Hi, I'm Andrea and I'm so happy you're joining me for this sweet hip opening yin yoga practice. So don't overthink it, just hit the mat, get in something comfy because yin yoga is not like other forms of yoga that create heat and a lot of muscle activation in the body. We're going to cool ourselves down and we're focusing on connective tissue, fascia, ligaments and tendons. So hit the mat and let's do it. We're going to start in child's pose. So just make your way in onto all fours, bring your big toes together, and then we're going to bring our knees nice and wide as feels good for you, and just find what feels good in your body right now. And then gradually exhale and lean forward into your version of child's pose. Let your forehead sink into your mat and let your hips just melt back towards your heels. In yin yoga, we're focusing on our fascia, our ligaments and our tendons, so the connective tissues of the body. So we approach this practice very differently to other forms of yoga. We want to try and let go of as much tension as we can, just let it go, release it. But because we hold the poses for a lot longer in yin, this can be a lot more challenging than one might expect. So go easy on yourself. If your mind gets busy, give yourself a lot of grace. Just focus on your breath. On each inhale, you might scan your body, and on each exhale, see how much you can let go. I'll give you some silence now to enjoy child pose. Lovely. Just a couple more breaths here, and we'll start to think about coming back up. In your own time, press up into your hands and walk your palms back as you bring your body back upright. Wriggle your knees back together in any way that feels good for you. Let's just sit back on our heels for a moment. Lovely. Let's find an easy seat, and we're going to do square pose. This is a very deep hip opener for present or past athletes, so just be mindful of that. Bring your right foot up, stacked onto your left knee. Just wriggle the sit bones and try and find some balance, grounding down evenly through both sit bones. You might find this feels perfectly fine for you to just hang out here, or you can go ahead and walk your fingertips forward a little bit if that feels good for you right now. Just bearing in mind that this is yin, so we don't want to be clenching our muscles anywhere, and we're going to be hanging out here for a few minutes. So find the edge, but don't push yourself too far. You need to be able to let go. You can use your breath for this. So on each inhale, let's scan the body, see where we're holding little pockets of tension. And with the exhale, see how much you can let that go and just release that. If you feel like you can't let the tension go, then maybe you've gone a little bit too deep, and you can walk yourself just up a little bit and see if you can find that edge where you can melt the tension out of your body. I'll give you some silence now to explore this. Just a couple more breaths here. Lovely. When you're ready, in your own time, let's walk our hands back up towards us and bring our bodies back to upright. I like to find an easy seat just for a couple of moments, just to rebalance everything out before we do the other side. Bring your left foot and stack it up onto your right knee. Take a little wriggle again to ground down evenly through both sit bones, and remember that this is yin, so we want to be holding no tension. So with that in mind, relax your feet as much as feels good, and if you want to, on your exhale, walk your fingertips forward in front of you if that feels good for you. By all means, find your version. If you want to stay upright, stay upright. If you need to lean back a little, then lean back a little. Work with the body that you're in today. See if you can find your edge, your sweet spot, and then just find a rhythm to your breath and see how much you can melt into the pose. I'll give you some silence now to explore this. Take a couple more breaths here. If you're feeling any emotions coming up, know that that's perfectly normal. We hold on to a lot in our bodies. So just work with yourself, breathe into it, and see how much you can let go. Lovely. In your own time, let's walk the hands back up to the body. Bring yourself up. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe find an easy seat here. And just wriggle out in a way that feels good in your beautiful body right now. Next, we're going to do dragonfly pose. So bring your feet nice and wide as feels good for you. And give your hips a little wriggle. Again, let's find your version of symmetry with your tailbones grounding down into the mat today. And remembering this is a yin practice, so you don't need to flex your feet, and we want to let the quads go, just let the legs relax and find a nice soft bend in the knee if that feels good for you. You might feel great exactly where you are, or if you'd like to, just walk your fingertips forward out in front of you. On your exhale, bring your body down to the spot that feels just right for you. Inhale, scan, and on your exhale, see if you can release those pockets of tension. Just let them go. If you're finding this difficult, maybe you need to come up a little bit. Maybe you've come too deep into the posture. Find that sweet spot that's just your edge. It provides a challenge, but it's not impossible for you to relax into it. If you take this nice and slow, then you'll probably find that moment after moment, you'll be able to relax deeper and further into the pose quite effortlessly. And if not, who cares? Either way, what you're doing for your body is beautiful. Breathe into your beautiful body and exhale any tension and any judgment. I'll give you some silence here now. Lovely. We'll just take a couple more breaths here. See if you can let go just a teeny bit more with every exhale. And in your own time, just use your hands to support you and walk your body back to upright. We've been here quite a while, so just gently, in a way that feels good, you might use your hands to help you bring your knees back together and find your way onto your back for reclined butterfly. So with your knees bent and the soles of your feet on the floor, wherever feels good for you, just let your knees fall out and bring the soles of the feet together. You can rest your hands on your belly or down by your sides. And again, just breathe in and scan and exhale and release. Just a couple more breaths here. Lovely. When you're ready, you can use your hands to bring your knees back together if that feels good for you, or go one knee at a time. Just find what works in your body right now. Maybe you feel like having a little rock side to side, or you might want to walk your feet out to the edge of your mat and let your knees fall in just to counteract the deep opener we've just done. Let's send our hips lots of love. Before we extend out into Savasana, you might want to hug your knees into your chest and give yourself a big cuddle. And let's extend our legs out and let the feet fall open for Savasana. If possible, it's great if you can stay here for at least 2 minutes. I'm going to hang out here with you for about 3 minutes. And of course, by all means, you are welcome to stay exactly where you are for as long as you like. If your mind feels busy, then just focus on your breath. Focus on the rise and the fall of your belly with each inhale and exhale. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope to see you again soon. I wish you a spectacular day. Namaste.